So I just got home from work. It is about almost 6:30 in the evening, and today was such a busy day at work. We are just at a busy time, and so it's hard for me to record anything during the day. And then I get home and I have this little one that wants to play and hang out. And then I realized that I need to vlog. I know that was kind of a strange cut, but I was feeling myself starting to get in kind of like a blah negative space, and I don't like to live that way. So I just needed to take a moment and just have a moment for myself and kind of reset and all of that, so that way I'm not negative. But I do want to kind of talk about what I'm doing, like food wise and weight wise and all of that stuff, because really I feel like I am at such a good spot right now, and I love the fact that I'm seeing weight come off. It's so very exciting, because last year I got stuck at 225 and I couldn't get out of that, and so then I just kind of said F it and ate whatever I wanted and bulked up and got all the way up. I think it was probably like the high 230s, and then this year I've been stuck in the 230s pretty much all year. And finally, I am out of the 230s and I am on my way back on track. And so I want to just kind of talk briefly about that and just kind of like how my relationship with food has improved and kind of what I'm doing. The first thing, I'm actually not tracking. So in case you're wondering, I'm not tracking. It's not because I don't want to, or I feel like, oh, that's, I'm better than that, or any of that. It's just, I just haven't been tracking. I've really been focusing on just the relationship itself, because I think that you could track all you want and you can be on point, but if in the back of your mind your relationship with food is terrible, you're going to mess up and you're going to it's not going to be good. It's not going to be healthy. So I wanted to work on my relationship with food. Some of you guys, if you guys have been watching me, you know that this year I've given up gluten because I started to feel bad from it. I had to give up dairy and soy because for medical reasons. My doctor suggested it. And so with all of that and trying to figure out eating and learning how to eat, something triggered within me the last few weeks, and that really has been just my relationship. And you can always say oh, you need to eat to, eat to live and not live to eat. And you can say that, but actually doing it and actually putting in that effort and living that way is a little bit challenging, especially someone like me who I used to be obsessive about food and think about food all the time. And now, number one, at work I'm so busy that this morning I didn't even eat breakfast because I was running around and I was so busy just working. But just in general, now when I think about food, I don't think about it as in oh, I can't wait to have that or this or that. Or if I go somewhere for an event, I'm like, oh, I can't wait to see what kind of food they have. And that's how I used to be. And honestly, as much as having these food allergies sucks and is terrible, and I've had I've emotionally had to deal with it, it's been a good thing, for me. And it has improved my relationship with food, because now when I go somewhere, I don't necessarily think oh, what kind of food do they have? I'm like, oh man, I can't wait to see so-and-so and do this and that. And that's kind of the mentality that I have now, and when I eat foods, I used to snack on bad foods all the time. I would have my breakfast and then my lunch, and usually those would be good healthy foods, but then my snacks during the day would just all be processed and crap. And I've tried to stay away from processed foods. I've tried to eat more natural foods and all of that stuff. And so really through all of this and through having these food allergies, it's improved my relationship. And it's made me realize that that yes, if I had the opportunity, more than likely, I would probably eat something crappy. It is what it is. If I all of a sudden woke up tomorrow had no food allergies, there are things that I would love to eat. However, I'm okay with not eating those. And it's almost made food not such a big deal. And so that's why I haven't been tracking. And honestly, since I gave up soy, I've lost like 5 pounds. And I think it's not just because like I gave up soy, but I think it's because my thought process and my relationship and how I feel about food and think about it has changed. And I feel like it's not as big of a deal as it used to be. And food, and I truly, at this point in time, I eat to live. And I really have started to listen to my body and listen to my hunger. And, you know, when I start getting full, or, you know, like, am I satisfied? I used to have to be like completely full. And now it's like, okay, am I satisfied? Am I good? And so, anyway, I just wanted to talk to you guys about that, because that to me has been like the best thing for me recently, is just my relationship with food has improved. And I think that is something that I can take with me, and that has been sustainable, is, you know, is improving that relationship and building that foundation, because then I can just go up from there. And, you know, if I want to track in the future, like, I feel like I will do a much better job at it, because my relationship in general is better. So anyway, so yeah, that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about today. Sorry for the beginning, but I want to keep that in just because, like, honestly, like, work has been so crazy busy, and doing this Vlogmas has been such a challenge for me, just because, like, I can't record all the time, and I can't record while I'm at work, so it's challenging me to, like, really kind of figure out different things to do and stuff like that. So so yeah, so if there's anything in particular, like if you wanted me to talk about a certain topic or whatever, let me know and I'll make it happen. But until then, guys, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.